This is beautiful Palm Beach on the Gold Coast at sunrise. We'll start in a seated position, so just bend the knees a little bit and place the hands below the knees on the shins. We're just going to take a little arch of the spine, so lift the chin, lift the chest, take a deep breath in and then exhale round. Tuck the tail and chin and look up, bring the shoulder blades together. And exhale as we separate the shoulder blades and look to the belly. So inhale, look up, open the chest, and exhale as we close the chest. So as much as possible, movement through the spine. And then come back to neutral. Let's take the hands behind the back, so fingertips can be back or forward. Just make sure you're comfortable, nice and tall through the spine. And then take the knees side to side. Just a little bend is okay, but if you can have a fairly significant bend in the knees, then that's good. And now take both knees over to your right and take your left hand to the outside of that right knee and take a little twist. And look over your back shoulder and lift up through the spine. Now just if it's in range, take your back hand and reach over toward the front. And keep the chest open and then come down, and then let's take it all over to the other side. So we've got our left knee and the right hand above the knee, looking up and over the back shoulder. And then just if it's okay, the back hand will come up and over. And then coming down. We release, come back to the center. And now you can sit in any comfortable position. So you can have the legs straight, or you can have the knees bent. Or you can sit cross-legged, so we'll just keep the legs straight for now. You can also sit on a chair. Take the hands behind the head, so you might not be able to take the elbows as far back. You might be able to interlace the fingers. Look up, inhale, and then exhale, bring the elbows together, chin to chest, so just like before, but this time we're going to stretch through the chest and the biceps a little bit, and then shoulders. So as we look up, take a deep breath in. And as we exhale, bring the elbows forward. Now we're going to just take the elbows back one more time. Inhale, and then exhale, bring your left elbow across. Inhale up, and exhale, right elbow. So inhale up, lift the chin, and then exhale round the spine as we bring the left elbow down. Inhale up, and exhale round, right elbow down. Coming back to the center, reach both arms up. Inhale, and then exhale, open the chest really wide. Stretch the thumbs back, so we should feel a stretch in the pecs, the chest, and the biceps. And now lift the chin, take a deep breath in, and then exhale, swing your right arm on top of the left. You're going to give yourself a little hug and round the spine. So now we're stretching through the back of the shoulder. You might want to stay here, or if you can, from here, we take the backs of the hands or the palms of the hands together and lift the elbows. So you might find that you're quite flexible in the shoulders, the arms, but not the back or anything like that. Everybody's different. And now release. We open the arms again, and this time inhale and exhale the left arm on top. So again, you might just take a little bear hug. Doesn't matter how far you go, as long as you feel that stretch in the back of the shoulder and the upper back. And then we'll come up, and then either just take another little bear hug, or we'll take the eagle arm option. So a really nice stretch there for the shoulders, the back of the shoulders. And then gently release the inhale, reaching both arms up, and then exhale down. We'll take the right arm up, and then bend that elbow. Either just take hold of the elbow and reach it over, leaning over to the left, and see if you can press the top arm back, or you can take hold of your strap in the right hand at the top, left hand at the bottom, and take your stretch over there, maybe a little bit closer, or if you've got the range, of course, you can interlace the fingers. Just hold that for a few moments, and then gently release. Again, we'll just take a deep breath in to prepare, exhale, and then take the left arm up, and either just take hold of that elbow anywhere, leaning back a little, leaning over to the right. We take hold of our strap, so in the left hand at the top, right hand at the bottom, And just leaning over, taking a little stretch. And then gently release. Next up, we'll be taking a little stretch for the hamstrings, quadriceps, hip flexors, and all those little areas around the hip. So when you're ready, come to lie down and place the strap around your right foot. Now reach that right leg up to the sky. Now it doesn't matter again how far you go. Bring the elbows down and just feel that stretch in the back of the leg. Tense up the back of the thigh by pulling the sitting bones toward the backs of the knees. So really hold that tension. I'm going to try a little PNF, or proprioceptive neuromuscular facilitation. So really tense up the leg, hard as you can, and then release, and see if you can bring the leg a little bit closer. Now the trick here, keep both sitting bones or the sacrum squarely on the mat. Now hold the stretch for a little while. Nice deep breaths into the back of the leg. Keep that left leg completely grounded. From here, take the strap in the right hand and take the left hand out to the side and take that right leg out to the right. Again, keep the left hip grounded. We want to feel the stretch in the adductors, in the inner thighs and the groins. A little bit still in the hamstring. So if this is too much, just take it a little bit out to the side. If it's within your range, you might be able to bring the leg all the way down and up toward the face. So you choose. Just feeling that stretch on the inner thigh. A few more seconds. Nice deep breaths. Then come back to the center. So we've got our right leg up. We place the left hand on the strap and the right arm out to the right. And now we take that top leg across the midline. So the right leg goes toward the left across the midline, and this might be enough. Now you want to feel the stretch from the hip bone to the shin bone. So that's the ITB, connective tissue. And then you might be able to take the leg further over. It might be further away from you, that's fine. But if you can, bring the leg a little bit closer toward you so you can really feel that stretch. Nice deep breaths. And then if you're taking the leg all the way over, turn the head to the right. So just another couple of deep breaths. Reach the leg long out of the hip socket. And then gently come back to the center. Release the strap, release the leg. Place the strap along the sole of the left foot and extend the leg upwards. So we're coming to our hamstring stretch. So again, both hips are grounded and we feel the stretch along the back of the leg. Pull the sitting bones toward the backs of the knees, really tighten and tense through the thigh. And now release and see if you can bring the leg a little bit closer toward the chest. Just feel that stretch in the back of the leg. Never forcing the stretches. All of our muscles, especially the hamstrings, respond to patience, not force. So holding for a few more breaths. Really breathe into the muscle, breathe into the tendons, the ligaments, the connective tissues. Everything is connected. And now taking that strap in the left hand, so we've got our left leg up, take our right arm out to the right, keeping both hips grounded. Take the left leg out to the left, so coming to our adductor stretch. So again, doesn't matter how far you go, but if you can, bring the leg a little bit closer toward the face, and then as low as you can, but again, just gently, just let the release happen gradually. Deep breaths. One more deep breath. And then gently bring that leg up. We've got our left leg up, the strap goes in the right hand, the left arm goes out to the left, and the leg goes across the midline, keeping both hips grounded, feeling the stretch from the hip to the shin on the outside edge of the leg, that connective tissue, the fascia. And again, just see if the leg will go a little bit further, if it will turn the head to the left, so we'll get a stretch through the spinal rotation as well as that ITP stretch. Be patient and not forceful. Slowly bring the leg up. Release the strap, and now just stretch the whole body out from the fingertips to the toes. A little arch under the back. Just feel a nice stretch through the front body, and then we're going to come back. Next up, bend both knees and place a strap around your right sole of the foot. So now if you've got a wall, instead of taking the strap around the foot, you can place that right foot against a wall. So your knee doesn't have to be completely bent, but if you can, the knee is at 90 degrees. So if you need to have the leg a little bit straighter, that's fine. Place the left ankle above the right knee. And now if you can, bring the leg in closer. So we're stretching into the outer hip of the left leg, outer hip and glute. Now if this is too easy for you, simply take hold of the shin and bring the whole leg in. So we should then feel a stretch into the lower back, and we can press that left thigh away. So whether you're here with the strap or against a wall with the right foot, press that left thigh away and then pull in a little bit closer. So a very important stretch for the hips and the glutes. Couple more deep breaths, and then gently release. So if you have a wall, just place the left sole of the foot against the wall. The knee is bent, and then we'll place the right ankle above the left knee, press the thigh away, and pull the knee in a little bit closer. Again, if you can, nice and close. If this is not enough, take hold of the shin, or you can take hold of the thigh and bring the leg in a bit closer. So we're stretching again into the outer hip and glute of the right leg. So you might want to press that thigh away a little bit. It's a lovely stretch for the glutes. Nice deep breaths. Now gently release. Keep the strap close by. We'll once again take the feet wider than the hips. So if you have a mat as wide as the mat, take the arms out about 45 degrees and drop both knees to the right. So just as we did in seated position at the start. Now press the left hip upward, diagonally upward, and press the knee down. So feel that line from the hip to the knee. Be mindful of the knee, and if it's okay for you, place the right ankle above the left knee. Now imagine an angel's got your knee and pulling the thigh bone out of the hip socket, so we get a length through that thigh. Keep both shoulder blades grounded, so we'll feel the stretch in the hip flexor, specifically the psoas, running from the lower ribs to the top of the femur, the thigh bone on the inside. And now gently release. Feet are wider than the hips, knees over to the left. And first feel that connection between the hip bone and the knee, keeping both shoulder blades grounded. And then the option is to place the left ankle above the right knee and reach long through the right thigh bone. So stretching through the iliopsoas, specifically the psoas. And then gently release. Now we're going to stay on this left side. And I'm going to take a strap and place it around the sole of the right foot. So you might want to walk it over a little bit, and now we're just going to take that leg back. So what we want to do is keep the knee facing straight out to the side and then pull the knee back. And now if this is not enough, obviously, you can just use your hand. What we want is a stretch in the front of the thighs, a quadriceps stretch. Another option is to hook that right foot behind a bench and just standing on your left leg. So that's another option for your quadriceps stretch. Now nice and gently. And now let's come up. So we're going to lie on our right side. Take the strap around the sole of the left foot. And we're just going to stretch, so you can make sure that you're not dumping into the shoulder. If you're on your elbow, you can just lie down. And then stretching the quadriceps. So we pull the left leg back, the knee faces straight out to the side. We press the hip forward. Maybe bring the leg in a little bit closer, or if it's within your range, we take hold of the ankle. So again, stretching through the front of the thigh. So nice deep breaths. And then gently release. Now we're going to come to lie down on our belly. So take your time. I'm going to take a little arch through the spine. So bring the elbows, if you can, underneath the shoulders, and then just lift the chin and lift the chest. Now pull the belly in, reach the chest forward, reach the collarbones forward, glue the legs together and squeeze the glutes. So here we're getting a little stretch through the front body and an extension of the spine. So often we sit hunched forward. It's very important to let open over there. Let's come down, place the hands on the mat, press up, bring the knees in, and now you might want to place a cushion under the knees. Or if you can, just reach back, reach the arms forward, and you can have a cushion under the forehead or just drop the forehead down. So we're now rounding through the spine. Nice deep breaths. And then come up onto the hands and knees. Take a deep breath as you reach your right arm up, and exhale, send the right arm underneath the left, bend the left elbow and take the right cheek to the mat. And now press into your left palm and feel the stretch in the back of the shoulder on the right. Unthread that right arm, reach up, open the chest, open the shoulder, inhale, exhale, come down. Left arm goes up, take a deep breath in, exhale, thread the arm through, reach as far as you can. Left cheek to the mat, press into the right palm and feel the stretch in the back of the left shoulder. Unthread the left arm, reach that hand up, inhale, exhale, hands together, and next just arch up, inhale, exhale around the spine. Inhale, lift the chest, lift the tail, just as we did at the start. Exhale, look to the belly. Inhale, look up. And exhale, look to the belly. Come to the center, look over your right shoulder, look over your left shoulder. And then we're going to come to seated. So you can sit on a chair, or you can sit cross-legged or with the legs out in front. We're just going to release the neck. So take the right ear to the right shoulder, reach the left hand out, and then take the right hand to the outside of the left ear. So we're looking forward, we're reaching down, stretching a little bit through the trapezius, so into the upper, very much the upper back of the shoulder area. And then look down toward your right shoulder, feeling into the back of the neck. Gently release. Taking the left ear to the left shoulder, reach out through the right hand and place the left hand on the outside of the right ear. Then bring the chin toward the chest. Gently, gently. And release. So whether you're sitting on a chair, legs out in front, doesn't matter. We're just going to take the head side to side, little neck circles. If it's within range, you can take a full circle in one direction and then in the other. And then let's take a nice deep breath in and reach the arms as high as you can. Exhale, take hold of your left wrist and reach over toward the right, but press into the left sitting bone. Inhale up and exhale over to the other side. Inhale up, look up, Reach as tall as you can and exhale.